Hey, everyone, and welcome to the 30th anniversary of The Phantom. Got a couple of special guests at the back to celebrate the anniversary. We've got Carl rocking the dark Phantom mask, which isn't an exact thing from the comics. That's just a fan interpretation. There might have been something of the thought in the comics. I haven't read them in ages. I found one that I do have, and that's this issue here. A couple of other issues featured on the back, but you know, the Phantom has been around for ages. Like before Batman, before Superman, he's still around today. The papers, but just looking back, some of these comics, you know, memory unlock. There was a new series called Kid Phantom, but the original classic, it's who we love, and like 30 years of this movie. You know, it's fun. It's got a great cast. It's got so many iconic locations, so many great scenes. You know, it's supernatural. It's quirky. It's not really a dark comedy, but you know, it's quite comical. Some people find it cheesy, but you know, it's got a really good prologue introducing the whole origins of the Phantom. Then it goes to an action adventure scene with Quill, James Remar, and it's sort of like a take on Indiana Jones. They're in the jungle, they go across the bridge, they go into the caves, and they're looking for the treasure. They find the first skull, then the skeleton comes back to life, so it's almost like the Mummy in a way, like precursor to the Mummy. Then, of course, we get introduced to the Phantom. Now, I don't have the action figure, but I've got the Rey Mysterio in his Phantom-inspired gear from Halloween Havoc 1997. And this is so good. It's in WCW NWO Revenge. And as you can see, you know, he rocks it. Represents the belt. He's got the awesome patterns like the movie costume does. He's got his skull at the back. Can't remember if he did wear rings, but they could add the addition, and these won't fit in on my middle finger, but these are the original metal rings that came with the original toy. And as far as I remember, these were recalled because kids would reenact the scene where the Phantom punches Quill, and kids would punch each other and they hurt each other. So they were re-released as cheap plastic, which broke apart and would pinch your finger. And then they were reissued again as rubber, which would leave like dark marks on your finger because you're warm and it was warm. It would, like, the coating would come off. And so yeah, but these are the original rings, the original figures somewhere, but having the Rey Phantom figure is awesome because it just shows how cool and influential the costume from the movie was. Of course, they didn't have these striped underpants, and while I'm wearing the stripes to reference that, they thought it would be a bit goofy, so, and while Rey, he went black. So, and like the Phantom's been in grey. There's been many bootleg versions of him being in different colors, but the purple is just legendary. The film costume is iconic. And, well, my idea of the half skull mask, I just felt it would be a really cool version. They probably didn't do that because of Phantasm from Batman universe, but in some weird alternative universe, seeing the Phantom with more of a skull, half face would be cool. And you just saw it. Like someone taking the identity of the Phantom to giving a bad name, hence the Dark Phantom. That's just a little concept, but we're here for the movie. So, Billy Zane is Kit Walker. He tells the story of the Phantom, how it goes generation to generation. His dad was killed by Quill. Then we got Xander Drax, played by the late great Treat Williams. A couple of other cast members who had sadly passed away. And he wants these skulls. The skulls of Tuganda. He gets the silver one. He knows where the jade one is. And when they're together, they reveal the location of the gold skull. Then they go to the Bermuda Triangle. So it gets a little swashbuckling. Then we meet the great Kabai Seng, played by Kari Haruki Tagawa. And he's got the third skull. They mentions the fourth. Now when you're seeing this for the first time, it's like, what? There's a fourth skull? What's that made out of? Is it made of bronze? Is it made of diamond? Is it a crystal skull? Yeah. What if the fourth skull was a crystal skull? Now that really draws from the Indiana Jones influence. But no, the fourth skull is the ring. That controls the power of the other three. So Xander Drax, when he finds this out, and the Phantom tells him, Drax shuts it down, and then they have a battle of power. Quill gets disintegrated. Of course, you got the awesome, lovely Catherine Zeta-Jones. She starts off bad. She ends up good. And then there's a real sinister scene where the Doctor has his eyes poked by the false telescope, and Drax, he should be arrested for what he does, but he's got power, he's got money, he's swindled the detective. Of course, Diana's dad doesn't like him, doesn't trust him, but other people going against that. So yeah, there's 3 stories from the comics: the belt, and yeah, they've just compacted it into a pretty good comic adventure action film with comedy and shot in beautiful locations. There's great scores in it, plenty of action, and look, I love it. So happy 30 years to the Phantom. Keep slamming evil, and I'll scare you later.